I want to talk about housing outside of just the downtown area for a minute. You mentioned
Yeah.
building 5,000 mixed-use houses or living places downtown.
Mm-hmm.
But what about on, say north of the city where there are all kinds of houses, all kinds of for sale signs? How do you feel about that? Just so many houses, it seems like, available in Columbia. We talk about the housing market here.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a boom, where houses and developments sprouted up all over the city, like on the north side, and then the whole student housing ghetto on Old 63. Mostly fueled by development companies from outside of town. Taking advantage of that whole the easy mortgages and the different housing programs. I can't say I'm tremendously fond about the way that we've developed on the north side. It doesn't seem like there's been a lot of integrated planning that's happened out there. There's a lot of fairly typical single family houses on quarter acre lots. This isn't the most efficient use of our land, and I don't actually think that the kind of development on the north side is what most people moving to Columbia want. It's just that that's what's being built right now. And, I would suspect at some point in the next few years all that will be absorbed with demand. But I just feel like, as I said before, that there are better ways for us to be building our city out than these sort of willy-nilly subdivisions on the north side that aren't really planned in terms of where are we locating our elementary schools? Where are we locating our retail centers? It's just sort of let these subdivisions sprout up, and then let's figure out how to take care of them later. And what results is some really shoddy decisions that get made. I mean, all you have to do is go around town. You go to the Peachtree Plaza. You go to Clark Lane, near where 70 and 63 meet. We have examples all over our city of what we shouldn't be doing. We don't need to keep putting up developments like that to realize we can do a whole lot better. There are cities that have taken their future into their own hands with long-term planning, and it doesn't mean that we're taking away people's property rights. It means giving some expectations of how we want to develop and giving incentives for doing the right thing. We're going to be facing some really hard decisions in the next few years having to do with where we buy our energy. Right now, the typical thing to do is just to go on the open market and buy more coal-fired electricity, which is the typical thing to do. But there again, we can do better. We can offer incentives for developers, for landlords, for people who are trying to retrofit their houses to save energy. We can save 30% over the next 10 years on how much energy we use by changing the way that we insulate our houses, the ways that we encourage energy efficiency and conservation. We can put programs in place right now that don't make us behind the eight ball, where we always have to do the typical thing, which in the end is not going to work for us. 10 years from now, there's going to be limits on how much carbon can be emitted from each city, and we're going to be in a difficult and expensive decision if we've only invested in coal-fired power plants.
Yeah. Let's see. I also wanted to